At it. You know, I was about to go out to my car, right? About to go out to my car. But you know what? I'll play a game on DC real quick before I get out of here. There's a board I want to do. But I want to tell this story, right? I'm going to tell this story. My little ordeal I've had since what? Since January 31st. Since January 31st. This is my situation. Did an auto claim. I did a claim on my car, right? Did a claim on my car January the 31st. My front driver's side rim was cracked. The bumper was damaged. The front bumper was damaged. So I'm like, you know what? I was driving it and it was all out of alignment and everything. So I was like, I gotta go get this fixed before one of these wheels fall off or something crazy happen. So I'm like, okay, I drive a Chevy. Let me take it to the Chevy dealership. I'm going to take it to the Chevy dealership. Bam, right here in Baltimore. I did a video back then. It was on January the 31st, whatever day it was. I think that's when I took my rental car back. When I did the video walking through the tunnel. That day, I think is after I dropped my rental off. I can't remember which one. It's either I dropped the rental off or when I first took my car and then walked home. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of walking, right? So I take my car there. That's the first way I messed up. I was like, okay, let's do the right thing. You take your car to the dealership, and then I called Geico. Geico is actually pretty straight in all of this, and the adjuster. Perfect. Called Geico, said, hey, I had to do an auto claim. My car is at Kane Street. Kane Street now. My car's at Kane Street. I had to get fixed. And he was like, okay, were you in an accident? I said, no, I wasn't in an accident. I hit some potholes on the road and my car's messed up, right? Okay. On the sheet of paper, they put accident. I was not in an accident, but that's what they put it anyway. But so that was that call that day. Then I believe January 31st, Geico called me or something like that and was like, okay, or was it February the 3rd? I had to go get I got the authority from them to go get the rental vehicle. Went to get the rental vehicle. Then I got the very first day I got the rental vehicle, which is February the 3rd. The shop called me. Okay, so I took my car to Kane Street. They said, yeah, they took it down to Eastern Avenue, right? So I said, okay. I said, all right. They took it down to Eastern Avenue. They said that's where their collision shop was at. I was like, all right, he's at the collision shop. I drove my car into Kane Street. They towed it into the shop on Eastern Avenue. For now on, Eastern Avenue will always say the car was towed in. I didn't tow it there. I knew I could drive my car out. They towed it to the collision shop. The guy called me. He said, hey, easy. And I can't remember if I called them or they called me. I believe I gotta look at my phone records. But it was the one time, I believe, that they initiated telephone conversations without me having to call. Just February the 3rd, I just got my car back on April the 20th. Yeah, just got my car back. So he called me, explained to me the work order. I had to do it over the phone, the electronic signature. So, all right, hung up with him. I did the electronic signature. again messing up, and I sent it off to him. So that's February 3rd. I got my rental now coming up to March the 1st. This whole month, uh, speaking to them over the phone, calling them here and there. My car getting fixed. Okay, I ain't gonna rush it. I have my rental. Everything's fine. It's coming up on the 4th week of having my rental. I'm like, okay, getting kind of nervous. If I don't have this rental, I hope my car almost ready. I'm driving past Bob Bell on Eastern Avenue now. The Chevy place is like Nissan, but they take Chevys also. So I'm driving past there. I see my car outside. The front bumper is off. It's sitting outside, not getting fixed. So I'm like, all right, I did it probably like 3 times within that month. I'm like, damn, what's going on? So the day I had to take my rental car back, I called the adjuster. I said, hey, adjuster, they didn't finish fixing my car yet. And he was like, yeah, they had some problems. They was talking about you need a 4-wheel alignment. I was like, but just the front rim messed up. It didn't match the other front rim. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, he would give a allotment to have a new rim on both fronts, right? They said, no, I need 4 new rims on the car to do a full wheel alignment. I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. He said he's sick and tired of them. They told him that they did not want to communicate with him until after the work was done. Yeah, they told him that. That's what he told me. I called them. I said, hey, please don't worry my wheels. Just do the bumper. I'll do the wheels myself. Since y'all want a 4-wheel alignment done on the car. All right. Come down to the day I had to take my rental car back. I took the rental car back, walked home. Actually, before I walked home, I walked home. Walked home, and I went back up there. Now, this is the same day that I took my rental car back. 1 month. This is March the 3rd. I went in the office. I spoke to the supervisor over that Eastern Avenue shop. Nice lady. I didn't have an appointment. Walked in there. I said, hey, ma'am, I'm here to speak up about my vehicle. It's been here for a month. I would like to know what's going on. Okay, so she called the supervisor of the collision shop. She came in. She said, yeah, the problem is we've had one of your parts is a discontinued part. They don't make it anymore. Surprisingly, guess what? Today, and all this time, this March 3rd, I never got a call from them. All the calls up until this point I'm calling, inquiring about my car. I didn't get a call, not one time from them, except for the first day, which was whatever day that was, that I had to sign over the work order, which was I believe it was February the 3rd. Now it's March the 3rd. I'm in there. The supervisor of the collision center comes in and she tells me, yeah, you have a discontinued part. We have a problem on the bumper. It's the underside of the bumper, the deflector, whatever it is. She said, but guess what? We just found it. We just found the part. So when she said this, I'm like, oh my gosh. This is not a nightmare. This is real. She ain't joking. This makes totally no sense. If you're going to look for a part for a vehicle, do you go to all the shops that make these parts in Baltimore? Do you go to all the shops in Maryland? And then you go physically to the shops in Pennsylvania? And then to the shops down in Virginia? And then to Kentucky? And then to wherever? No, it's an electronic search on a computer. All right, so all 1 whole month took y'all to look for this part. And now the day I walk in here, she says, oh, we found the part. So I'm the whole time trying, this whole ordeal you know, yeah, let's be honest. I'm trying to keep myself from going to jail. 110%. Trying to keep myself from going to jail. All right. Respectful in the office. I'm aware. I'm in here in these ladies' faces. I'm like, I don't want nobody to feel weird. I have my mask on, so I wish they could see my facial expressions. It's not angry, or I didn't say not one bad cuss word or anything. I mean, I remember. I think one time I cut the supervisor of the collision office off to ask the lady who over the whole Kane Street place. I wanted to ask her a question, but I didn't want to be disrespectful either. But I just wanted to ask her real quick. Something I asked, I forgot what it was. But at the end, throughout the conversation, I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Y'all trying to work on my car. Y'all had it for 1 month. I want y'all just to do the bumper. I already told you on the phone. Don't worry with the wheels, because y'all want to do too much on the wheels. Forget the wheels. You know what? I said, just give me my car back. Just give me my car back, because I had to get to work. Well, you can't drive it. You can't drive it. I was like, don't worry about all that. As soon as I get the car back, I would get a wheel alignment done. The adjuster, out of the goodness of his heart, he was like, hey, there's like a couple places who put a wheel alignment on your car like that. And I knew that too, right? But he gave me some good suggestions to work on my car, because my car is lowered. All right. That had nothing to do with the discontinued part that they couldn't find for 1 month holding my car. All right. So I said, give me my car. I want my car back. She said, I can't give you the car. I already ordered the part. And because of how it is, it's like a risk to give you your car back, So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to bite the bullet. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know how I'm going to get to work. Hopefully I'll get my car back within a week. I was like, okay, just go ahead, continue. Just do the bumper part. She said she's going to try this part that she just ordered. I said, geez, now I'm going to have to wait for the part to come through the mail. Okay? This is now March the 3rd. I'm going to have to wait for the part to come through the mail and for them to get my car in the shop, because they have other cars there, put it on, and then they don't have no communication. This is March the 3rd. I just got one call from them. That was, I believe, was February the 3rd. And I'm going to make another video too. And I'm going to check out that phone call, that first phone call I got from them. Since then, that was the only call I got from them up to this point. All right. You can't get your car. All right, so I left out the office. I was like, thanks a lot. Okay, just go. All right. Hopefully y'all be able to put it on in a speedy fashion. The supposed part that's missing. All right. It was supposed to cover the bumper is fine. The bumper is fine now, right? They could do the bumper, but the under part is like a shielding that covers stuff from hitting rocks and stuff hitting your engine and everything like that. So the way she explained it to me, I was like, you know what? All right, let me get it. Let me get that part. Okay. To me, I knew it wasn't that important. But I was like, all right, let the professionals do it instead of me trying to do it out in the parking lot outside my residence. All right. Boom. I leave out. I said, you know what? F that. I want my car back. I'll call in the back and say, no, give me my car. Give me my car. I'll call the collision supervisor now. Collision, not over the whole place, but now the collision supervisor. I called her and said, you know what? Give me my car back. I'll just go ahead and take it and cut my losses. She's like, again, I'm telling you, it's like we can't give it to you because it's mandated that it's not safe to drive and all this kind of stuff. So I was like, ugh. Then she's like, look, I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow. I remember the next day was a Friday. She said, I'm gonna do my rounds. I'm gonna give you a call. Okay? I said, all right. Hung up with her. That next day came, I got no call from her. I got no call. So I was like, all right, again, let me just let this ride, and hopefully it'll allow them to do their work. But the whole weekend, I got a blessing from an angel to be able to use a vehicle to get back and forth to work here and there, All right, so Monday comes, Tuesday comes, Wednesday, I get no call. I guess no call. All right. So now March 15th or whatever, I'll call them and I'll be like, all right, all right, what's going on with my car? Actually, I called the adjuster. I said, is there any way I could get an extension on my rental? No, I can't get an extension on my rental. I'm but out of luck. Okay, that's gone. I called I called back the shop. Spoke to I think the guy who's working on the car in the shop now, and he said, yeah, it has been deemed that we can't fix your car. I said, I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They said they got the part. The part came in actually, but it was too small. Okay. I was like, all right, give me my car back now. Okay, we're gonna put it back together for you. This is like March the 10th. March the 10th now. March the 10th. Uh, we're gonna put the car back together for you. I said, all right, wonderful. I was thinking to myself, I was like, all the money that Geico allotted to me in my claim to work on the car, I was like, if I get my car back, I still got to do these repairs, right? Minus the front bumper. So I called the adjuster and I was like, adjuster, the money that they allotted to me, $3,900. If the Chevy dealership use up $3,800 on BS labor, putting on the bumper, taking off the bumper, saying they putting it on, taking it off, trying to just wasting up in labor and not really changing the parts. Is there anything I could do about that? All my claim money will be gone, right? Do I have to file another claim? He's like, no. Once you sign that work order and pay release, is a work order / pay release. They got all your money. They got all your money. So you gotta be real careful. All right. They said they cannot work on the car. They're gonna put my car back together, get it back to me. This is now like March 15th. March 15th. I have not yet got a call from them. I'm doing all the calls. I'm calling every 3 days, not trying to be too much of a bother, Now, okay, it's been deemed they're going to give me my car back. I said, all right, when you give me my car back? All right, we'll try to figure out what we got to do. Okay, all right. Now coming up to April the 1st. April the 1st now. Still don't have my car. Can I get my car back, please? Yeah. At the time, I didn't think they put on the front bumper. They did the bumper. They painted it. Nice bumper. Thank you. Can I get my car back now? Oh, we're still putting it back together. We got to do the paperwork. April the 1st. April Fool's Day. Still don't have my car. I'm still making all the calls. I believe it was 1 week into April, whatever day that was. I called. Oh, all this time I'm also calling the supervisor or manager, I guess, over the whole Eastern Avenue place, right? I'm calling her, leaving voicemails. I left probably 8 emails. I should do screens. I can't do screen recording. I'm gonna do another video and show this stuff, boy. I called and left so many voicemails on that. The lady over who have her own office over the Eastern Avenue thing, I left like 8 voicemails saying, please call me back. I'd like to know what's going on. Because I called the guy that's working on the call multiple times, The one lady who's the supervisor over the collision shop said she's going to call me back. She did not call me back. They know my number now. When I'm called, they already know who I am. I'm calling her. I left probably 8 voicemails. She never once called me back. Not one time. Not one time. When you get to the main number, the main lady, dispatch lady or whatever, secretary, um, she was like, oh, she's in a meeting, but I'll send you to her voicemail. I went to that lady voicemail so many times, left my number, made sure they had my number. On March the 3rd, when I went in there, I said, let me make sure y'all have my phone number because I haven't gotten any calls from y'all. I told them, gave them, make sure they had my right phone number. Never once to this very day, never received a call from her. All right. I didn't act crazy in the office. They would have called the police for me for sure, you know? So that's obvious. I didn't act crazy, didn't try to be belligerent or anything. Okay. So now, April 1st, April Fool's Day. A week into that, I'm like, you know what, this is ridiculous. Why was I walking out there? I don't know. I said, you know what? I walked up there to get I think to get again, now I'm paying out my pocket for a rental car again, trying to get to work, missing days at work, walking after I take the car back that the Lord made possible for me to use, sometimes, that person got to go to work too, right? So, I'm walking back and forth, knees hurting. So I said, you know what? Let me call the person in charge of Bob Bell, whoever that is. I don't know. I need to talk to somebody that's over that person at Eastern Avenue. That lady was awesome. She was great. Stuff started rolling now. Now things rolling. That's what it was. I had to get something out the back of my car that I had for somebody, right? I had something in my car for someone, right? Okay. I walked down there, right? That day I did walk down there, right? No, I drove. I drove there. I drove down there, and in my mind, I spoke to the guy who, like, working on the car. He worked in an office also, but he's over the people who works on the cars. I called him, and I was like, hey, I had to come get something out my car. And then now going into that day to go, he said, yeah, just come on up. Going into that day, in my mind, I totally thought that I was going to pick my car up. And I called Geico the day before. I said, Geico, the shop told me, because I call on the phone all this time, he told me on the phone, hey, yeah, they just waiting for Geico to get some paperwork, do some paperwork. That was the day before. So that day, I go up there, I walk in the office, and I'm like, yeah, I just want to do some paperwork, sign paperwork so I'll get my car back. He's like, oh yeah, you ain't getting it back today. And I was like, oh, right there. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm not getting it today. Not a big deal. But I said, hey, what are y'all waiting for as far as paperwork? He said, yeah, we're just waiting for Geico. And I was like, okay, from Geico, not the adjuster. Because I'm thinking in my head, okay, I'm going to do what I could do. I'm going to get on the phone, and I'm going to call Geico. I'm going to call it. They say the adjuster. I'm going to ask the adjuster, hey, they waiting on paperwork. What's up? They said, not the adjuster. I said, okay, no problem. He went, he got the stuff out my car. I couldn't go to my car. He went, got the stuff to my car. I'm waiting in the office. I see the lady who was in charge of the collision shop. Waved to her. Hey, I was waiting to say a few words to her. Hey, how you going? Being nice, I walked down there. Waved. I did walk. No, I did drive. I drove down there. I did drive. Yeah, I did. Yep, I surely did. Yeah, I drove because now he came out with the stuff I wanted. The first thing he came, that's why I remember I didn't walk. I had it in the car that I drove. I said, no, not that. It's another bag in there. Can you? And then he went back. He got the right bag that I wanted. So now I had two bags from my car that I couldn't go see. Waited in the office. Not acting crazy. I left out. He said that they waiting for Geico. My car's ready, or just waiting for Geico still. This is like April the 8th, April the 7th. My car been gone since January the 31st. February the 3rd, I got my rental. March 3rd, I took the rental back. Now we April the 10th, just about. Or April the 8th, whatever day it was. Now, he gave me the stuff for the bag for that I wanted out my car. I leave. Cause remember now I had that stuff in that car. So I'm like, shoot, so it was a kind of, I had to take the car back. He said that they waiting on Geico. Soon as I left out that place, boom, I'm on the phone. Hey, Geico, how you going? They told me at the Eastern Avenue Chevy place, the piece is a Nissan place, but they work on Chevys. They told me that they are waiting for you guys. They're waiting for paperwork. Well, what do y'all need? What y'all had to get them, or what do I need to do to make sure this happens? She tells me they don't see that they are needing to give them anything. They don't need anything from us. So I'm like, ugh, here we go. And up until this time, no one has called me. No one has called me. This is the first week in April. No one has called me concerning my car from this place on Eastern Avenue, the Chevy place. It's a Nissan place, but they work on Chevys. Never called me. Can you imagine the anger that will be in you? Can you imagine it? Are you ready to rock and roll? Ready to rock and roll and make a statement? But the statement ain't just gonna be on the news for 2 weeks and then you out of your freedom. Anyway, she told me, hey, they don't need anything from us. So I was like, all right, dang. All right, ma'am, can you please call them while I got you on the phone? Can you please call them and speak to them? She was like, well, okay. So we called them. She said, sir, the phone is just ringing. I was like, all right, I was just there. Maybe there at lunchtime. I said, ma'am, can you please try it one more time? One more time. She was like, okay, the lady from Geico. Awesome. She called the body shop. She said, someone told me that they're going to go get the person who's working on the car, and he keep putting me on hold. She came back to me and said probably like 3 times that they have her on hold, but she has to hang up. I was like, all right, thanks. That was that. So now I called the adjuster. I was like, Mr. Adjuster, hey, they said that they was waiting on stuff, but not from you. What do you think is the problem? What's going on? He was like, oh, no, I don't see anything from my end. I don't know what they're waiting on to give you a call back. All right, so that was that day. Now, after that day, I wait a few more days or whatever. Then I walked up there. I spoke to, how did that happen? How did that happen? How did that happen that I spoke to her? I'm trying to remember the sequence here. I can't remember what happened now. After this point now, I called the office some days later, probably 2 days later or whatever. I was like, okay, what's going on with the car? I was told, yeah, we have it all together. We just have to get it towed to you or whatever. We had to get it towed out. We had to finish the paperwork. I called. I said, you know what? I need help with this. This is ridiculous. I went on the internet. It was a pain trying to find the number, trying to find the corporate or whatever place over the Eastern Avenue car place, right? The Chevy place. I got a lady. She was wonderful. She said, what's going on? I told her how long my car been there, told her the whole story in brief or given as much detail as possible. I said I have not yet received a call. All the calls and talking that I'm talking to them, I have initiated all of the communication. I haven't gotten a call back from no one. She said, okay, I'll get in contact with them for you. I said, thank you very much. Boom. What do you know? Within, I think, about a half an hour, for the first time now we in it's like April the 10th, April the 12th. No, actually, no, it's closer. Probably April the 18th now. April the 17th, whatever day that was. Now I get a call back from the lady who told me that she's going to call me after she made her rounds on March the 3rd. Now we in late April, she calls me. Hey, how you going? Hey, what's up? How you going? I don't say anything. Why do I need to say anything? You have my paperwork. You have everything. She's like, why aren't you saying anything? I was like, what do you mean? I'm saying this to myself. I'm like, see what I'm saying, man? Not even a, hey, how you going? Yeah, we have your information. No, it's like it was just a regular call. How you going? How may I help you? Like, what you mean? How can you help me? So here I'm like, she said that she said to me that she was told by her boss lady over the whole, like the corporate lady said that I wasn't speaking to them. I said, no, I didn't tell her I wasn't speaking to y'all. I told her that I initiated all the calls. And look, just right now, I told her, remember that day you told me you was going to call me back after you made your rounds? You did not call me back, did you? No, she didn't. She's like, look, your car, we have a problem. She going through the whole history of the car that we had March the 3rd about the discontinued part. Like, they have nothing to do with anything. We're not talking about no discontinued part. I'm trying to get my car back. The guy told me he was working on a car, who works in the office a little bit. He said that is a situation of paperwork being done. What paperwork needs to be done? Oh yeah, we gotta do get the paperwork in order and everything like that. All right, that was that day. That was that day. Then we're gonna try to get your car to you. We're gonna try to get it towed to you. Hopefully, if not by the end of today, hopefully tomorrow, right? And I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt that that's how it went. I'm trying to remember the sequence. I got off the phone with her. Got the phone with her. I'm like, man, I don't trust this. So I went and I rented a car again. Now that time I was walking home when I did that call to the corporate lady. I rented the car. Rented the car one more day. The next day, this is the day I'm supposed to get my car, right? I woke up and I got a call. I got a call from the guy who works in the car, right? Miraculously, this is cool. He calls me and he said, yeah, we trying to get your car to go get your car today. He said one question, are you gonna be towing it out? The whole time we've been talking about me. I can't drive my car out. Of course, I'm getting it towed to my residence. We went over that, but he just, getting everything in order. Okay. Um, I was like, do I have to come down to the office to sign paperwork? The day before, the lady told me that I don't have to do anything, right? But I just wanted to make sure. He said, yeah, come and just tied up the paper. He told me something different. His boss told me I didn't have to type anything. Hey, I didn't think, I should have asked him, I should have told him, hey, your boss told me I didn't have to come into the office to do any paperwork. But he told me that, I'm fine with it. I had to take the rental car back. I just rented it for one day to get to work. I took the rental car. I said, I'll take my rental car back and I'll be up there in the office. The rental car place is on Kane Street, where I basically took my car next door to it the first time. Now I had to walk to the other dealership. He said, yeah, just to come tidy up, do the paperwork. Okay. So I walked down there, and when I went in there, he was like, oh, I didn't know she told you that you didn't have to come down here early. He told me sort of the wrong thing, but I was told the right thing the day before. No problem. I said, okay. I walked back home. Walked back home. I'll call the corporate lady again. That corporate lady. What's going on? I'm getting like a little, shoestring problem, pulling back and forth. What's going on? I'm supposed to be getting my car towed back to me. What's up? She said, did that lady call you back? I said, yes, she did call me back. She did call me back, but she said that my car's going to be towed to me. I got no call. What's going on? I have no faith in communication. That's why I'm calling you again. The corporate lady, she was fine. She's okay. And I told her, I said, right now is 1 o'clock. Y'all end of business day is like around 4 o'clock. So here's another day again. That was a Thursday. I said, here's another day again that I'm going to be told, tomorrow, if I don't get my car towed to me today. So I hung up. She said she's gonna get on it. She don't know what's going on. I didn't get no call that whole day. Uh, Now all of a sudden, at I don't know what time that was. That was 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I believe it was, or 2 o'clock. The guy who works in the office, all of them are cool, but just extorting me out of my car. Yeah, I say it's a freaking extortion and just what they call that, negligence. Now all of a sudden, hey, yeah, I don't know what happened from the lady who's the supervisor of the collision shop. She didn't call me. The lady who's the supervisor over the whole auto place on Eastern Avenue, she still haven't called me. Corporate now is calling that place. She still haven't called me. Not one call. Nothing. All right. The guy called me and said, hey, we had the tow truck guy here. We're just going to make sure that, are you going to be home? I was walking home. So, yep, I'm on my way home right now. From that place, walking back to my residence. Walking. Yeah, I'll be there. He said, making sure that dress is correct. I said, all right. I made a little video. After a while, the tow truck guy called me. He said, hey, I'm out front. This is, I believe, was it April the 20th or April the 21st? I think it's April the 20th or 21st. My car is finally given back to me. Rim still broken. You hit your rim, it's still out of alignment, all crazy. I'm supposed to be playing this game, to tell you the truth. The rim still broken, but the bumper, brand new bumper. I was saying, that's another thing she said on the phone. She's like, yeah, you have a new bumper. I said, oh, y'all did change the bumper. Y'all did change the bumper. She said, yeah. Now, aren't you happy because of that? And I was like, no, not really. Look how long y'all had my car. Wait, she asked me, am I happy now? Does that make it better? Am I going to call the corporate office and give them a good review? What? Imagine you go to the dentist. They do work on your mouth, right? They give you a nice price. They even give you a payment plan, right? They give you a payment plan. And what do they say? They give you a payment plan. When you wake up, let's say they give you a little gas to go to sleep. You wake up, and what do they say? Hey, welcome to the crazy house in Baltimore County. And you're like, oh, what? Why I'm in the crazy house? They said, oh, logistic problems, transportation. We took you to the wrong place. We mixed you up with the wrong patient. We're so sorry about this. We're going to try and get you back to where you need to be. They take a whole week to take you back to where you're supposed to go before you could go home, right? This is a whole situation with my car. You go to get your teeth done, you get a good price, but when you wake up, you're in a crazy house. And now the dental people asking you, hey, but you got a good price on your teeth, right? You're like, what the hell? I'm in a crazy house for a whole week trying to get out of here, trying to get released so I could go back home. You telling me I should be happy because I got a good price on my teeth? What the fuck? The fuck. But anyway, that's what she asks. That's what she tells me. You happy you got a good bumper? So, I said, I am happy I got a bumper. That's one less thing I got to worry about changing. At first, they told me, they putting everything back on the car. They didn't say it was putting a good bumper back on. All right. My car gets here. It's on the truck. I had the video. Now, I get to the car, and I know that the rim is messed up. Okay, rim is messed up. Tie rod or control arm, whatever's messed up on the bottom, that didn't get fixed. I had to call Geico now and ask them the money allotted to that. Where they didn't do it. They didn't do that work. So through the itemization, am I going to get some of that money to put towards working on my car instead of coming out my pocket? I go to the back of my car now, and the license plate, above it, there's a bulb, right? If that's not there, you're going to get pulled over at night. It was there. And in a way, I'm happy that the adjuster went over my car. The whole bulb is gone. There's 3 bulbs. There's two lights on the side above the license plate. Then there's one main bulb to illuminate the license plate. That bulb is gone. That whole assembly is gone. No wire is hanging. Like it somehow dry rotted and fell out, and the bulb part fell off and the wire. It was disconnected. It was disconnected, taken off from my car. I believe in retaliation. I believe in retaliation for me calling the corporate place, the corporate office. Which is fine. Okay, fair is fair. I was plotting on making an example out of y'all. I understand that, no problem. But just saying, now I'm going to call Geico, like, look, this light bulb, license plate, light bulb assembly is totally off my car. Now, I had to make some sort of claim on that or whatever. I believe. I have jerry-rigged it so I don't get pulled over at night, which is fine, you know. But just go on the show. Just when you, I actually want to make another video to say what you should do. Well, yeah, I'll just say it right now. If you have a problem with your vehicle, tow it to your home. It's going to take some extra days. Call your insurance people. Get your car rental. Once you got your car rental or whatever, have them come to your home and do the estimate on your vehicle. Let them do the estimate on your vehicle and ask for the part list or what parts had to get changed on it, especially if it's an older car. If it's an older car, like my car's not like a 2018. You know what I'm saying? Get that parts list and call the shop where you're going to take it and be like, do you have all these parts available? Go down it, and so you even if after you get it in there and they find another part that they didn't see, at least you're doing your due diligence. So when you get pissed off and you're having crazy thoughts, you did the best that you can. You know what I'm saying? Have the adjuster come to your residence. Let them give you that check with that money. Take that check with that money. That's what I should have done. And then call them and be like, do you have all these parts? Or I can find out what little part, cosmetic part, is discontinued, is going to hold up me getting my car back and put them in a situation where they're negligent. I got 2 calls from these people. 2 calls. The first one when I took the car work order, got that one. And after I called the corporate, got a call from her. Actually, I think she called me twice after I called the corporate office. January 31st, I took my car in there. February the 3rd, I got the rental. I got my car back April the 20th. April the 20th. Number 9, watch when y'all taking your car to places. DC time, boy. Number 9, see y'all out there.